This hourly segment is sponsored by Fifth Third Bank.
One station making history every day.
Chicago, Chicago.
Now, Jake Hartford.
89 WKRS.
This is Jake Hartford, and I'm not wearing pants.
Too bad you're crazy. Too bad you're loony as hell. So long, it could have been swell together. Too bad you're wacko.
Wacko.
How sad your marbles are gone.
All gone.
We could be dancing till dawn, but you're too weird for words. How did you get so strange? You were such a beautiful kid. Now you are so deranged. Was it Mom and Daddy? Something I did?
Too bad you're loco.
Too bad.
You should be locked in a cell.
How sad you're great, but hey, what the hell? You're crazy.
You're off the deep
Bon
end.
voyage.
Your life's a practical joke.
Quel dommage. I'd bail you out, but I'm broke. Your brain's completely fried. Life's just a party trick to you. Clown jokes and lots of boop-de-doo. It's time to put that on the shelf.
Loving you is a three-ring circus.
You do look fetching. Too bad. It could be catching. Egads. I'm a little bit crazy, Mom.
Not true.
Just a little bit crazy, Mom.
Not you.
I'm a little bit crazy myself.
6:08, 8 past 6. If you're in a car traveling and you got 2,000 miles to go, you better start driving. Hour number 2 of Awake with Jake. I'll be here until 8 o'clock. Then it's Paul Brown with Drive Chicago. You know, I went through security when I was leaving Chicago. They have these, you know, they have those big full body deals. Those, they call them the backscatters, whatever, the ARMs 140s or whatever. And I hate those things. I just hate flying. The American people, we've become sheep. TSA, whatever TSA says, we have to do. And not to denigrate the entire TSA section. There are some nice people and friendly people and all that. But then there's some other ones I think are psychos. I really do. So I go through the backscatter, and that's supposed to, I mean, you take you take your shoes off, your socks off, your everything, right? And then you go through that thing, and then you're supposed to stand. They have these painted footprints where you stand. And then this guy comes over. He's putting on these rubber gloves, and he says, "Well, they think they saw something. I'm going to have to put my hand down the front of your pants." And I'm tempted to say, "You want to buy me breakfast first?" But no, I didn't say that. I wasn't a wise ass right off the start. So he's feeling around, and I said, "You know, if you find any loose change, it's mine." He didn't like that either. And after all was said and done, I didn't have anything. Didn't know what he was looking for. You know, but coming back, it's like you watch these people in line ahead of you, and the people that travel all the time, they know the drill. Take off the shoes, take off the belt, you take off the watch, you put your money clip in, whatever. And I'm going through this, and they announce you got to take everything out of your pockets. When did that start? Even a piece of paper. You can't even have a piece of paper in your pocket anymore. You're supposed to, put your money in the little plastic thing? And then hope nobody steals it? And that's from the TSA, because they've been caught stealing. There was a woman who got pulled over for extra patting down. And I don't blame him. I would have patted her down myself. I would have volunteered for that. I would have helped out with the budget crisis. Hey, I'll help. Citizens pat down. Citizens pat down. I'll do it. And this poor woman, it was like she had been behind me in line, and it was like we were friends. And she was being dragged away, never to be seen again. as they're taking her, and her stuff is right behind mine on the conveyor belt as it's coming through that X-ray machine, and they're taking her away for pat down, and she calls to me, "Would you watch my stuff?" Because that's a concern, because once your stuff goes through that little X-ray machine and they take you somewhere else and you're not facing your stuff, anybody can take your stuff.
Remember when you ran away and I got
They took her away. And she says, "Would you watch my stuff?" And she didn't know me. I was a person in front of her in line. I could have been a thief. She had cute shoes. So anyway, so now I feel obligated because she asked me to watch her stuff. And I'm like, what if she never comes back? So her stuff comes through. She had like shoes, and there's the purse. And then the guy who came next through the scanner, he sees me picking up the women's stuff. And he's looking at me like, "You want to go to Chick-fil-A?" No. You'll never fit in those size 4 shoes. But this whole thing, you can't have paper. And last night I was just switching channels. You talk about government regulations and security and all that stuff. I was switching channels in the Guy Fieri show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It was right at the end of the show, and he did a follow-up on a place that they went to in the past and what's happened since. How long has the show been on? 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, whatever? They went to the first place he ever did, some diner in New Jersey. And this guy had this little diner, 9 stools, and he was popular. There was a refinery right across the street. And the refinery workers would come over and have their lunch there all the time, breakfast, lunch, whatever. And that's what kept this guy going. Until Homeland Security said, nope, we can't have people going in and out of the refinery. So they just stopped people from going out for lunch. That's it. We don't care what happens to the small business or you people. This is America. You don't get to go out for lunch anymore. So this guy had to adapt. And he did, and he ended up putting together like a food truck, and he went into the refinery. See, they wouldn't let anybody out, but apparently he got in. And they were buying from inside. I don't know. They should have two-way security. But he adapted his business. He started catering. He added, some extra seating outside. And I'm thinking to myself, and this guy's proud of himself for what he did. And I'm thinking, hey, you didn't build the refinery. You didn't build the road between the refinery and you that the people used to cross. You didn't do this on your own. Gail and Huntley. Hey, Gail, you're on 89 WLS.
Hi, yeah, I think I found how to double vote.
What?
Yeah, well, we lived in West Chicago, and I voted 4 years ago there, and I saw my daughter's name on the roster, and I said, hey, she's still here, and didn't think too much of it. Oh, where is she? I said, well, she's 80 miles away. Oh, she's not, So I said, take her off. And I know she registered where she's living now. So a friend of ours went through the Internet and said, hey, how come your daughters are both voting Democrat, And we haven't seen him in years and didn't even know that, they were married. One's been married.
You didn't see your daughter in years?
No, this friend. He's an old friend from my husband.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't see your daughter in 14 years and didn't know she was married.
No. So this guy didn't think that they were, didn't think about their married name. Here they are still on the roster in West Chicago under their maiden names and voting Democrat.
Now, did they vote?
Well, registered Democrats. They never registered Democrats in West Chicago. Never. I know they didn't vote for Obama in 2008.
So are you saying that somebody voted under their name?
Yes. I think that at the end of the night, whoever doesn't show up automatically goes through as a vote.
Have you gone to any authorities that tell them this?
Not yet. We just found this out. Yeah, my husband looked it up on the Internet. Sure enough, they're still registered there.
Would you do me a favor?
Yes.
Would you leave your information off the air?
Sure.
And you know what? I'm gonna pass this on to John Cass.
Oh, good. Okay.
I bet John would love to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Get Gail's information. If that is happening, if her daughters did not vote and somebody voted in their name, there's a name for that. What do they call that? Vote fraud? Up. We have a result. We give you the results so you can get them now. You don't have to wait all day. The men's 100, this is swimming, men's 100 meter freestyle. USA gets the gold. Rowdy Gaines. Congratulations, Rowdy Gaines. 6:17. Oh, man. Talk about, here, you want to talk about money? Running a business? Amtrak lost $800 million on their food and beverage service last year. They spent $1.70 for every dollar they received in revenue. And how do they make money? Volume. Over 10 million, I'm sorry, it's 10 years, $833 million over 10 years. It costs passengers $9.50 to buy a cheeseburger on Amtrak. Is that a good price, bad price? $9.50 to buy a cheeseburger on Amtrak. However, it cost the taxpayers $16.15. They're losing money on a cheeseburger. Here you go. Riders pay $2 for a Pepsi, for a can of Pepsi. $2. But each of these sodas cost the taxpayers $3.40. How could they lose money selling soda? I know the wholesale price of soda. I talked to somebody the other day, and I said, what do you pay for a can of, the Coke or Pepsi? Your wholesale price. And I was told it's 40 cents a can. And that's now. Over 10 years, at some point it was cheaper. If it costs 40 cents a can, and they're charging $2, that's $1.60, which should cover their overhead. And they should make money. If you can't buy a can of soda for 40 cents and sell it for $2 and make money, you shouldn't be doing it. I'll do it. I'll run the soda sales for Amtrak. How does it cost them $3.40 to sell a can of soda? Do they have any managers anywhere? A can of soda, they charge $2, they lose money. Even though they're charging $1.60 more than it's worth, they're still losing another $1.40. A 40-cent can of soda costs them $3.40. That's right. Let that sink in. 6:19. Back after this on 89 WLS.
In our 89th year, entertaining Chicago.
It's a new day in America.
Yeah, I know what you're saying there. I got you there.
Now, let me explain something to you people.
If you don't live in Illinois, it's funny, isn't it? But when you live here, it's painful.
The less regulation, the better.
Chicago's talk leader.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
No, it doesn't. Right.
You never hear that kind of talk. At least I haven't.
This is 89 WLS.
Patient care is changing.
At the University of Chicago Medicine, we're responding with a state-of-the-art new hospital.
Our new hospital is built with medical innovations designed by our doctors and nurses for one purpose:
to meet the greatest medical challenges.
With innovative procedures, pioneering therapies, and leading-edge technology.
With large, private rooms in a caring environment designed for patient wellness and recovery.
A hospital where we'll be working together to find new medical solutions and make accurate diagnoses every day.
Cancer experts Dr. Richard Shulsky and Dr. Usma Siddiqui are just two of the dedicated team members you'll find at our new hospital.
Advanced treatments.
Unparalleled medical technology.
Compassionate care.
The best minds in medicine.
Working together.
The University of Chicago Medicine new hospital at the forefront of care and discovery, opening in early 2013. Call 1-888-824-3600 888-0200 or visit uchospitals.edu.
This summer, treat yourself to a relaxing 2-day Mississippi River cruise through the heartland of America. Enjoy the beautiful scenery from the decks of the elegant Victorian-styled Riverboat Twilight. Departing the Quad Cities and traveling to Dubuque, Iowa, this is a perfect trip for anniversaries, girlfriend getaways, and reunions. The affordable fare includes all meals, overnight accommodations, and shore tours. This round-trip cruise departs 3 times a week through October. Call 800-331-1467 or visit riverboattwilight.com. That's riverboattwilight.com.
Right now at Pearl Vision, when you buy a pair of glasses, we'll give you a second pair free, up to $250. That's 2 pairs for the price of 1. Because we know these days every dollar counts. But that doesn't mean you should neglect taking care of your eyes. Sight shouldn't feel like an extravagance. It is, after all, life's greatest sense. Which is why we're offering this great buy one, get one free deal. So whether you need a new prescription, a backup pair of glasses, or just a different look, there's no better time to come to Pearl Vision. Visit pearlvision.com to find the store nearest you. With so many convenient locations, it's easy to find one in your neighborhood. The Pearl Vision buy one, get one free offer ends soon. So hurry in today for your free pair. Pearl Vision. Clearly different.
Second pair value up to $250. Valid prescription required. Valid only at participating U.S. locations. See store for details. Some restrictions apply. Offer ends 9/29/2012.
Sassy!
Today's episode, Bobcat in the Cave.
Oh, nuts! There's a bobcat in this cave! Save us, Sassy! You will, but first you'd like to stress the importance of cat adoption? Over 5 million cats go into animal shelters every year and they need to be adopted? Help us, Sassy! Why bother? We'll just get into more trouble tomorrow?
Sassy is brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org. Remember, adopt.
For the first time ever, Primitive is hosting a comprehensive African art sale. There are thousands of pieces of authentic, collectible African art being offered. This isn't just a sale, it's an event. African art goes with just about anything. In fact, just speaking as a professional, I've rarely seen a style of decor, whether it be traditional or Art Deco or modern or ultra-modern or eclectic, where some sort of African art will not enhance that decor.
Primitive is hosting its first comprehensive African art sale, going on now through Sunday. This unprecedented event will feature thousands of pieces of collectible African art, all on sale with discounts up to 90%. Head to Primitive's African Art Sale this Wednesday through Sunday, located at 130 North Jefferson in Chicago. For more information, call 312-575-9600 or log on to beprimitive.com. That's beprimitive.com.
News from across the country and around the world is moments away with an ABC News update on 89 WLS and WLSAM.com.
624, Awake with Jake. Sports coming up in a couple minutes. Paul Bryan at 8 o'clock. Paul in Benton Harbor, Michigan. Welcome to the show, Paul. Easy for you to say. I can't hear him. Can't hear him. Carla in Montgomery, Illinois. Hey, Carla.
Hey, you can't fool all the people all the time, right, Jake? You fool them all the time because that woman that just called is full of it.
Why is she full? Why is she full of it?
Huh?
Why is she full of it?
I have a hard time hearing you, dear.
Why is she full of it?
She's full of it because she's a liar. I'm an election judge. You just don't. When someone comes in to ask for a ballot, you make them sign something. And if they don't, if the signatures don't match, well, it is not legal in Illinois. We don't have voter ID. You do ask them to see something. And if usually in 2 elections, if someone doesn't vote, you're purged.
You know what? You can go.
Excuse me, dear. The only way that someone can probably get away with that is to.
You know what? Hey, Carla. I take offense saying "excuse me, dear." That's sex. That is sexist. That is sexist. How dare you be? How dare you be sexist on this show?
So are you sexist? You're a sexist too.
Did I call you dear?
Right-wing idiot, and then your whole station is full of crap.
What happened?
You're married to her, sir. Good luck. See, she can hang up on me. I'm done with her for the day. He's got to live with her. Wow. The anger. And she's a very smart person because she knows what's going on all over. There's never been election fraud in the Chicago area. Not one count of it, ever. She knows. I've voted. I've seen them check the signatures. You can sign anything. Wow, such anger. Anyway, let's go to Joe. Let's do the sports. Carla, you really should get some help. Really. Maybe go see a White Sox game tonight. Tickets still available. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Jake, and welcome back. I thought you'd be off at the Olympics.
Wow.
You know, I think Carla should have special interest because the International Pole Sport Federation is pushing hard for pole dancing to be an event in the 2016 games.
This is how you're going to spend your 2 minutes, Joe?
Hey.
Have we not learned anything?
Admission will be a low cover charge and 2 drinks. But you want to hear about the White Sox, I can tell. Last night was Elvis night, and it was burning love for Alex Rios, who made Angel pitching surrender 2 home runs. The last, in the bottom of the 10th, had the crowd all shook up and sent the Halos home to the Heartbreak Hotel. I guess you could say it was now or never for the Sox, who stayed 2.5 games ahead of Detroit.
That's very sweet, dear.
Did you like that one?
Yes.
Don't be sexist. Last night late, the Dodgers beat the Cubs 6-1, but everybody's doing that these days. It's 3 in a row for the Cubs on the loss side, and things aren't looking much better. But the Bears, they had their family fest last night. And the field worked, and the lights worked, and fans had a good time. The first exhibition game is less than a week away. They're going to play at Soldier Field again on Thursday night versus Denver. So football's back. Just about a month away from opening the opening day. That's September 9th. And I know you've been waiting for the Yankees score.
Yes. How did the Yankees do last night, Joe?
Well, the Yankees are still in first place, Jake.
By how many games?
6.5.
Okay.
6.5 over Tampa. CC Sabathia pitched. He threw a 3-hitter, struck out 10 Mariners, and the Yankees won 6-3. Sabathia has beat.
Yankees win!
In his last 8 games against Seattle, Sabathia has won 8 times.
That makes him perfect.
It does, at least for the last 8 games.
With that, we need to say goodbye, Joe.
And just reminding you, Michael Phelps' last, you can see it tonight on TV, but he will actually have swam his last race 4.5 hours earlier.
That's a long race. Thank you, Joe.
That's why it's the 4:40.
It's Joe Rosansky, our sports guy. It's one of those hateful sports guys. Yankees win. Sox are in first place. Always right in the world. And Cubs lost. What are you going to do? 6:30, back after this on 89 WLS.